Gargoyles are a great task for profit, easily pulling in over 1 mil GP an hour. They provide a decent 30k Slayer XP an hour and 100k melee XP an hour. Gargoyles require 75 Slayer to damage and a rock hammer to finish off. The best weapon to fight gargoyles with is an Inquisitor's mace, as they are weak to crush. But if you have the money to afford that, why would you be fighting gargoyles? The next best option is a bludgeon, but a whip is perfectly acceptable. The bludgeon is about 4% more DPS than a whip. I'd also recommend unlocking Gargoyle Smasher for 120 Slayer points from a Slayer Master, as it will automatically finish gargoyles when they are below 9 HP, making the task much more AFK. For gear, I bring standard melee gear. If you don't have a ton of money, feel free to downgrade the bandos for fighter torso and obsidian legs, primordial boots for dragon boots, ferocious gloves for barrow's gloves, and or torture for amulet of fury. The bludgeon is a superior choice, but I don't own one at the moment. For inventory, this is what I bring. Gem sack for inventory management. They don't drop herbs, so you can skip the herb sack. Desert amulet and Karamja gloves for retasking. Alk runes and rune pouch. These are very important as they drop a ton of alks. Holy wrench for some saved prayer doses, and ring of slaying to get to the tower. This is a very long task, and I like to finish my tasks in a single trip, so I bring 2 divine super combats, 10 prey pots, and 4 sharks just in case. If you have worse gear or stats, I would do these in 2 trips with divine supersets and less prey pots, as they are close to a Slayer ring teleport. You can find gargoyles in the Slayer tower. The fastest way to get there is a Slayer ring. If you don't have these, you can also run north from fairy ring code CKS. If you have a task, I would recommend fighting them in the basement, as you require a task to fight down there. If it is crowded, or you don't have a task, you can check the roof of the Slayer tower as well. I'd recommend throwing on Wook's aggression plugin in RuneLink, as these become much more AFK if you don't have to worry about them becoming unaggressive. Drink a dose of super combat, throw on piety, and go to town. If you have poor defense or worse gear, protect melee may be necessary, as it can hit quite hard. They do have a superior called the Marbled Gargoyle, which I unfortunately did not get footage of. These are unique from gargoyles in that they have a melee and ranged attack, as well as a special attack. If you encounter one of these, I would recommend throwing on Protect from melee and tanking the ranged attack. The special attack is a slow-moving red and gray orb that can be avoided by walking 1 tile away. If you get hit by it, the max is 38 and will freeze you in place, so you definitely want to avoid it. The full task took me about 40 minutes and provided me with 650k GP in loot, as well as 2 brimstone keys because I was on task from Konar. If you are on a task from Konar, you can expect 1 to 2 brimstone keys per task. I was also pulling in 28k Slayer XP an hour and 100k melee XP an hour. You can expect a bit more than this if you bring a bludgeon. And that's it for the video. Leave a like if you liked it, or subscribe. Thanks guys.